Hey y'all, what is up? Today I have an extremely different video for you guys. So this obviously is the beginning of September. You can see the little 9 there on my daily page. I decided to do a journal a day with me kind of thing in my Hobonichi cousin. So I wanted to show you guys how I was using my journal, what it looked like after using it for 30 days, kind of like what I was doing and stuff. So this is how I journaled every day in September. So to start off, I have this little calendar, or I guess it's a big calendar, it fills the whole page, that I found just on Pinterest, and I used it for my moods. So it's just like a pretty pink and purple floral calendar for September. It is a Sunday start. It is extremely hard to find a Monday start. But I just put that on the very first like blank page because I didn't know what to use that for, so I decided I'd use it for moods. And I'm just putting a piece of washi down using like I don't know if it's Dexina's ruler trick, but she's the one I saw it from, so I used that, struggled with it. And I just put that in the corner there, or in the crevice, I guess, because I don't know why I suck at tape, but I hate when it pops up in that little crevice. So the washi tape went down. It was all good. And then the 1st of September was this like beautiful moon, and I think it was the harvest moon, I want to say. So it was like really, really orange. And this is before I got my new watercolor palette, so for some reason this didn't come with orange, so I'm making myself an orange. And I am just going to schmutz that all over the page because I don't know if you guys have ever tried to take a picture of the moon in the sky. It never works out the way you want it to. It never shows up the way you want it to. So this moon was like extremely orange on the horizon, and like we drove around just to try to get this picture, and the picture turned out so bad. You can't even tell it's orange. So I decided to like watercolor this orange, and then I have my moon stamp out, my big moon stamp. And I'm going to let that dry a little bit. It's the only thing I don't like about using watercolors is they take forever to dry. And the magic of movie editing, it's magically dry in like 2 seconds. So I have this chalk ink, don't even know what it is. I think it's Versa or something. I don't like it. I like my ink pad much better. It's waterproof. The Versa ink is not, but the Versa ink doesn't bleed through the Hobonichi paper, so I use it, even though I don't like it. So I put my moon stamp down there, and then I had these few like planet and moon die cuts, and I just thought they would look cute because I did my journaling on this picture that I printed out in white gel ink, so I didn't really need the rest of the page, so I was just trying to like fill it up kind of thing. And here I go with the glue runner, tape runner, whatever you want to call it. These I get from the dollar store for like $1. Absolutely love them. Buy them. I literally buy like 6 at a time. The dollar store people probably think I'm crazy, but they're such a good price, and they're the same thing as Tombow, like honestly. And the Tombow in Canada, I don't know what it's like in the US, but it's $16 in Canada to get a refill. So I found these at my dollar store for like $1.25. So you bet your ass I bought a bunch. And then, so I only got my Hobonichi on like the 5th of September or something like that. So this is all back journaling that I'm doing. So I'd already done some journaling on some printouts that I had, and I'm putting some like pictures in and stuff. So I'm doing the 2nd of September as well as the 1st. So these are some cutouts or printouts from Little Raven Ink. I used to be a Patreon. I think I'm going to sign back up to be a Patreon with her. When I lost, well, I didn't lose my job. When school shut down and I wasn't working, I had to stop being a Patreon, save as much money as I could. But I think I might go back because I love her printables. Oh, and this is where I ran out of my glue runner, so I had to go get my actual glue, which I really suck at, the actual glue. So yeah, so I'm going to put my moon stamp down there, and then I have my And I just have like a little tip-in thing that I have some washi on. And I'm going to put in some pictures. So I went and got my nails done. And we went for a little hike, so I just stuck those in there. I got my rainbow nails for back to school, and I absolutely loved them, and my kids loved them. Everybody I met loved them. I had so many compliments on them, like, just, they were great. And these date headers, date covers, what am I trying to say? Like, where it says Tuesday with the little plant, those are from Little Raven Ink too. And then I just have like a bunch of random die cuts that I want to use up. So these number ones and the little stamp ones, those are just like random ones that I bought off Etsy from a shop that I bought like stamps from. Just trying to use them up. And I'm kind of thinking about what I wanted to do for the 3rd. So I must have gotten this on the 3rd. I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it. I'm not sure when I actually got it. Oh, and this Tuesday I took my grandfather to go get his glasses, and he really wanted donuts, so we went to get donuts. So I just thought I'd put that in. And then Wednesday, again, these little date headers are from Little Raven Ink. I just loved, and the dots too. I just love like the rainbow collage look. I just thought it was so pretty. And you guys can probably hear how sick I am in my voice. It's just a sinus infection. I do not have COVID. I'm fine. It's coming out of me now. I'll be okay. Okay, no, I got my Hobonichi on the 4th because I'm going to put, this is the little cartoon from last year, and I'm finally going to use it. And I'm going to put the little front page on the 4th and put a little Happy Meal sticker from Little Raven Ink to denote that I got my Hobonichi cousin that day. And I'm pretty sure I just like collaged this whole day with Hobonichi stuff because that's all I did all day. I set it up, I made stickers for it, I journaled, like that's all I did all day. So I think I just put Hobonichi stuff all day. I was just so excited to get it. I'm still excited to have it. Like honestly, I just love it. My only thing now is now that I'm not doing a journal a day, because obviously it's October. I started this like the 3rd of September, the 4th of September, and it's October 7th now, and I'm doing this voiceover, and you guys probably won't see this until like end of October or some point, or middle of October. And now that I'm not doing like a journal a day, I'm not journaling every day because sometimes I'm just too tired or I've had a busy day. Like if I go to school all day and then come home and pack orders and then make dinner, like it is like 8 o'clock before I can sit down to myself. And then by then, I don't want to do anything. I just want to binge out on YouTube or Netflix or whatever. So I just haven't been journaling. I haven't been getting out my art supplies. I haven't been doing stuff. So I think when this book is done, I might go to the Hobonichi Day Free because I love having the weeklies, but like I date them anyways. I put date covers on anyways. So, I don't really need the dailies. I just don't need them. So if I go to the Day Free, I can just kind of mark out where the weekly columns are and put my stickers down because I cover the page with stickers. So I don't know, it's what I'm thinking about. I'm already planning for like April of 2021 and it's only October of 2020. So that's I guess that's probably a planner girl struggle. I bet you guys feel some of that too. So yeah, I just put down this little character from Little Raven Ink underneath just to fill up some space because like I said, I only did Hobonichi cousin stuff all day. So I just wanted to fill this page with like all sorts of pretty things. And there's my failure with glue. Yeah. Glue and I are not super great friends. So the washi's coming out again to just kind of stick that down. And it's just this rainbow washi from Simply Gilded from a couple years ago, I think. And then I went back to the 3rd because I wasn't super sure what I wanted to do. But as I was flipping through, like I have like a little 4x6 photo album that I keep like collage things in and stickers and like all that kind of stuff. As I was flipping through, I found a couple things that I liked. So I pulled those out for Wednesday. So these are just like magazine clippings. I get the Cosmopolitan magazine, and every once in a while we'll get what are those like, like, is it pay-per-view where you can buy things off the TV, like when they're running ads on the TV? Um, we get the people that owned our house before us, we get her like she gets like a gardening one, so it's got cute things in it. So I'll collage out of those every once in a while. But yeah. So Wednesday obviously was a little overwhelming. For me, a lot of the 1st of September was leading up to going back to school, and I had a really, really hard time with that going back to school because I just didn't know what was happening. There were so many unknowns, and that's so hard for somebody with anxiety. And today was just a culmination of that. I had a plan for today, like the 3rd, and my plan like just didn't happen, so I wasn't able to get the things done that I needed to get done to feel better. And that's fine because sometimes your plans need to change, you need to be flexible, but it was just such a hard day. And I mean, right up until I don't even know, like the 24th of September, it was pretty hard. I think the 24th was the first day I had a job. Yeah. So like we went back to school on the 8th of September, and I could not get a job until the 24th, and that's because my host teacher from my internship actually put me in for that job. So that was really nice of her because that was my first job. I couldn't get any on the app, and I talk about this on Instagram a lot. You guys are probably sick of hearing about it. But it was just a really hard first few weeks of September. Like it really was. So I think this journal a day helped me journal every day or do something every day to kind of like get my creative juices flowing and calm my mind. But I think I also really just needed to be journaling every day because it was really hard. And now that I'm kind of in my, it's not even a routine because it's different every day. But now that I'm actually back at school and I'm actually able to like get some jobs and it's not such a mad dash, and like I've been calling it fighting to the death, which is hilarious because it's literally just like clicking something on an app. But it's just been crazy. And I don't know, I feel much better now, which is really nice. And even today, like today's a random Wednesday and I wasn't feeling super great when I got up. I haven't been feeling good for a few days, but I've been going to work. And today I was just like, you know what? I'm going to be a gym teacher for the next 2 days. I'm a gym teacher on Thursday and Friday. And I need my voice. I need to be able to yell to the kids in the gym, in the echoey gym. So, I'm going to take today and rest a little bit and feel better and get fluids in me and all the things that you can't really do when you're running around at school and there's not a bathroom really super accessible. Like, so. So I just put this little piece of washi down at the bottom. This washi I bought years and years ago because I saw it somewhere on YouTube and I loved it. And I just finished my first roll, but I'm smart and I bought 2 rolls. So here is when I actually started journaling off camera, and I'm just showing you guys what it looked like because it was the weekend. So my husband was home, so I didn't really feel like getting the camera out. So I'm just flipping through a few days. I do have some things covered up. I had some hard days, so I do have those just kind of covered up by some tip-ins. And then on the 10th, I did sit my ass down at my desk. And I was like, no, you're doing a journal a day. Let's actually sit down and show the process. Show you what I'm doing. I have another moon picture that I'm adding to Monday. Monday we had another really cool moon, so I just went back and I had to cut it down because I didn't want to cover up that quote that I had there. And I mean, the moon on the picture is like teeny tiny, so it's really easy to just cut it down. But yeah, so, and I had a picture of a hike that we went on the 8th, which was Saturday, I think. Yeah. I'm going to flip through, go back in my actual journal and see what I'm doing because I can't see on the screen. So this was a Thursday, and I put some of my new Simply Gilded washi down from the box that I had just gotten. And on my phone, I just have a quote. I did a really good practice with yoga with Adrienne that morning, and there was something that she said, and it just like really resonated with me. So, excuse me. She said, "Our daily practice is not just about gross movement, these surface level muscle building, toning, trimming actions. Those are awesome and important, but there's this whole inner world to prioritize, to awaken." So that was the whole point of the practice. It was actually called Awaken. So I thought it was just a really good message, like to focus on what's inside, like not always what's outside. Like you need to work on the mental side of things too. And this day I actually wrote one day at a time, breathe. And I had a really, really good chat with a friend of mine. She actually went to school with me. We got our Bachelor of Education at the same time, and she's been struggling with the same thing that I was struggling with, not getting jobs. And, I said to her, I said, I don't know when I tied my worth into my job because that's not where my worth lies, and that's never where my worth has lied, and it never will, kind of thing. And she was like, you know what, you're right. And the fact that you can say that means like that, you get it and it's there. And she said, just one day at a time. And I had talked to her after I had done this. And I said, girl, that is weird because I literally just wrote about that this morning. And I sent her my journal page and she was like, that is beautiful. I love this. This makes me feel good, you know? And I thought it was just cool that somebody could be so far away and you haven't seen them in months because you haven't been in school in months, and you're still like super attached to somebody, which is really, really nice. And I just felt like not alone, which I've been feeling really, really alone in all of this. It honestly, guys, it doesn't suck that bad to be a supply teacher. I make it sound horrible. It sucks a little bit because, you have to struggle. Like, you really do have to struggle. But at the same time, you get to meet so many kids, and it's so cool to be able to meet so many of them. And at the end of the day, like, I have to be firm with them. Sometimes I do have to enact some discipline and stuff, but at the end of the day, I leave a note for their teacher, and their teacher is the one that, you know, says to them, you were a brat for the supply teacher, so, privileges are being taken away. So I don't have to do any of that yet, which is nice, but. And also this day, I got some Happy Mail from Planner Monkey Co. Sorry for all the heavy. Let's go to the light. I got some Happy Mail from Planner Monkey Co. And these little doodles that were on her envelope were so cute. So I thought I'd stick them in. Little Macy and then the little cozy candle. So I thought I'd stick those in. So I just fussy cut them out. And this honestly, like I'm just looking at it right now. This is like one of my favorite pages to look at. It's just so cute and like important. And I've actually been thinking about going and getting some new tattoos. I'd like some new tattoos. Um, I recently asked my grandmother and my grandfather to write some lyrics out from You Are My Sunshine. My grandmother used to sing me, well, she still sings it to me if I ask her. She used to sing me You Are My Sunshine all the time. I was there all the time for like sleepovers and stuff, and she'd sing it to me to go to bed, and like she'd hum it all the time, and it's just one of my favorites, and I've always wanted it tattooed somewhere. I just never knew where or how, and I thought I could probably get Nanny to write it out. So I got her to write it out. So she actually wrote the whole lyrics. And I said, Nanny, you didn't need to write the whole thing. But I love it. I think I'm going to frame it and put it up, and it's going to embarrass her, but I absolutely love it. But so I want to get her writing with the You Are My Sunshine, and I asked my grandfather, who is 94, and he has congenital heart failure, so he can't feel his fingers very well. But I asked him if he'd be okay with writing My Only Sunshine. So I have the You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine, the whole thing. And I think I'm going to go get it tattooed on one arm, and then on the other arm, I'd really like to get tattooed one day at a time to just remind myself that you can't be worried about the future because all we have is right now. And if you worry about the future, you're going to spend your whole life anxious. And that's my issue right now, so a little story time for you. So I just put little Macy in. And I think I showed you guys what I got in my Planner Monkey co-haul in like at the beginning of a plan with me or something. I'm sorry if you didn't like that, but I thought I'd just show it. It was just a little haul. I don't super like doing big hauls anymore because when I watch people do big hauls, it gives me FOMO and it makes me want to go buy things. And I don't ever want to do that to anybody else, so you know, I might just not do big hauls anymore. I like showing you guys, like, I showed you guys my Keelan Dory, and I like little things like that, like showing you the planner I got and stuff. But the big consecutive hauls that are like one after another, you know. Don't get me wrong either, like no shade to anybody who does these big long hauls. I just find I personally can't watch them anymore because I have no self-control. So it has nothing to do with other people doing it, and it has everything to do with my impulse control and lack thereof. So we are moving on to the next day. Okay, so this is my favorite spread, let's say, because I just said the 10th was my favorite page, but this is my whole favorite spread. So I printed out all my favorite photos of all the people I love. Well, not all the people I love, but a lot of the people I love. And I just made this like photo collage page, and I had posted something on Instagram, and I printed it out to remind myself, and like it got really bad, right? So this is what I posted on Instagram. I said, so I've had a sore throat and massive headache for a few days, and for some reason in my gut I know it's my own doing. My anxiety over the past 4 days has been exponential. I would honestly admit to anxieting, which like basically it's like worrying, but you're anxieting it. This sickness onto myself. Like worrying, but it's so much anxiety it ate at me. I'm not saying any of this right, but if you're worrying or anxieting or depressed, please know that you're not alone. Feeling alone and all those feelings is just about the worst thing. You're not alone. So I just had to remind myself that even though I felt alone and nobody really like got what I was going through, because like my husband can say all he wants that it's going to be fine, and it's fine, and he gets it, and you know he's had the same job for the last decade. He's worked with his parents, or his father and his grandfather, for the last decade, Monday to Friday, every day. Like, he's done the same thing for years, for a decade. So he can say, like, you know, it's this and it's that, but he's never had to like fight to work. So, you know, I just had to remind myself that even though I felt alone, I wasn't alone. And I wanted to remind others too, because I don't know, I'm pretty good at self-actualization, but some people might not be. So I just thought I would like post how I was feeling, because if it helped even like one person, you know, that's enough for me. So I just posted like a bunch of pictures from our wedding, and like an engagement photo, and some pictures from the beach, and lighthouse hunting, and a picture with my grandparents on their balcony, and, you know, all of those things. And then I took my black Tombow, and in these little spots I just put "You are not alone." And I love looking at this page open, these pages open like this. Like, it's just so, makes me feel good. I don't know. It's just a feel good spread. This is where things were starting to get a little bit better, and I was starting to feel not so much like a failure. Don't get me wrong, I still feel like a failure sometimes. But yeah, I love those pages. So the last 10 pages or so I did on my own. So the 12th and 13th was actually one day of writing. I just wrote like crazy, and I was really, really raw, and I just needed to write. And the 14th I did like a binge day where I just watched Kingin' It all day, and I did some Disney Plus and some dishes and all the things. And then the 15th I got my tarot cards, and I did my first tarot reading, which was really cool. And I did new releases and some laundry, just like regular stuff. And the 16th and 17th were kind of the same thing, like some collage pages. I journaled a little bit, just kind of wrote down what I did and stuff. And I got my second Hobonichi order on the 17th. And then the 19th and 18th were like swatch pages. I got my new watercolors and my new gel pens on those days. And the 20th was just kind of like a swatch day. I didn't really write anything. 21st, we did some errands and stuff, so I wrote those down. And Tuesday and Wednesday, the 22nd and the 23rd, I was just really, really sick, so didn't really do anything there. And the 24th and the 25th were my first 2 days of school, so I wrote down my experiences. Thursday sucked, Friday was amazing, and I got my key Lindori. And Saturday and Sunday we just kind of chilled, so I did some collaging and some watercoloring and things, so those are really fun pages. 28th and 29th I spent all day at school, so I didn't really have much to talk about, so same thing, I just put this RMS in big letters because that's where I was. And the 30th I thought I would do with you guys, so I put a little collage page from a magazine, and I put RMS in big letters, and I'm just going to write about these two things that happened. I had to go to the after hours clinic to check out my toe. I thought maybe I had a bunion, but the doctor let me know that I was a little too young for a bunion, thank goodness. But she did ask me if I maybe accidentally broke my toe. So, you know, that's a thing, but my toe is feeling better after some intense heat therapy and massage therapy and Voltaren things. And then RMS, that was my last day as the tech teacher, and it was just a really good day, and I enjoyed my day, and it was a good day. It was a good day to end a 30-day journal a day challenge thing, you know. And I just kept this page really simple. I used some of my pancake die cuts. This burnt one really, really signified how I felt about, you know, have you maybe broken your toe? I'm like, I think I would remember breaking my toe. And then the little flipped pancake, I was like, feel a little bit like a flipped pancake. And then I got burnt. But yeah, no, it was fine. It was good. September started off really rough and ended really good, actually. I feel good about where I am right now. And the tech teacher, he was sick, so I'm assuming that I probably caught this from him, but, happens. He had texted me and said, the kids just love you. You're my number one go-to if I need a supply. The kids have told me how much they love you, and that just made me feel really good. And yeah, I'm happy where I'm at right now. So it's very nice to be happy. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.